receive through the system and you order through the system. Initial stock will be in the other interface that I showed you. And they're all three files, right? Let's just say I'm going to go here and I say, it's just like a simple Excel spreadsheet. So, which makes it easy to kind of adapt to this kind of multiple line data entry because it's very simple and quick. They're all designation stock, but if I change my mind and I want to turn one into a loaner, I can do that at this point. It's not activated because I didn't give them yet. They're ordered today, and that's pretty much it. Now it's going to go here and it's going to say, yeah, it's 1,000 unit cost. I'm going to say, yeah, it's 1,000, so that means 10,000 altogether. I'm going to go say save and close. It's going to say transaction is not in balance because I forgot that there's actually a shipping on it. Right? So maybe I put the bill total here. So this is a double checking system, and in this case, I'm just going to cheat. 56 that is the bottom. Hit save and close. Now all this information was not only in my financial system saved, but of course it also went into the stock. So now if I refresh the products in stock here, I'm gonna so I already have this here. I'm gonna refresh and I can see that I have all those hearing aids already in the system. I don't need to do anything. I just enter them automatically. Now, in the beginning of using the system, of course, you'll have to put them in. You don't need to go through the entire flow of ordering, putting the serial numbers in. You just go in and since, again, it's a great kind of approach, you can always just, if you have multiple items of the same type, you just go copy-paste.
Okay.
You select the entire line and copy-paste.
Great.
So yeah, and once, since I was mentioning it, once you go here and say, or you know what, I want to sell this to the patient, all we have to do is pretty much this thing, stock product, sell a stock product to patient, and now I can basically select from the drop down. I can select hearing aids. I don't even need to actually, and I'm just going to give. Oh, okay, I'm going to give this because I like the serial number. Double click on it, and since I'm there, let's actually give another one. Let's sell a set. And this one I set it for the left, this one for the right.
Yeah.
I need to specify at this point just for the tracking purposes. And if I have an insurance company, I can specify it here and say, you know what, I just gave them today, so they're in trial now. I know that.
Okay.
Now it's going to prompt me to activate because at this point, since it's in trial, basically I need to activate the hearing aids. Let's see what's thinking about. And so all these things are in, say it says here products to be activated, and I say, okay, yeah, you know what, I just activated this and this, and I'm gonna hit. Oh, no, sorry, I just kind of not and specify the warranty dates here, and then hit save and close. But otherwise, I can set a task for later to activate them.
Okay.
This entire flow is because it's tailored specifically for hearing clinics. This kind of workflow is built in, so it's gonna pretty much prompt the person who's using it to do the next natural step from the administration point of view. This way, people don't have to always be afraid that they missed one step and just follow the instruction.
Okay, that's good.
So I'm just marking one of these as a loaner. I'll go back to the patient file and mark give a loaner. I'll have one loaner to choose.
Oh,
that's the loaner that you give. And now it's going to track that. So every time somebody opens the file, it'll actually warn you and remind you. And it'll also be an alert that there's outstanding loaners, so you don't lose your loaner.
Okay.
Need to tell it we're here. There we go. So now it has a loaner.
Great.
So that's it in a nutshell. Any questions there? Shall we move on?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Move on. Yeah.
All right. So reports, all the good stuff, sales reports, the management reports, your daily snapshot will tell you what's going on. Your efficiency report will track people's usage of tasks.
Okay.
So under the efficiency review, you can say, well, Urgent tasks will be completed with 1 to 2 days. Regular tasks can take up to 5 days. Orders should come within 10 to 15 days, so you can say 5 to 7 days, for example.
Yeah.
Drop-off processing should be done between 1 to 2 days, and order pickups and so forth. So it's going to track this stuff, and then you can view the report and see how you're doing. The daily snapshot will look at things like your schedule fill, how you're, let's make that a little bit bigger, your schedule fill and so forth. I'll show you that one as well.
Okay.
So it gives you the opportunity to have a quick overview of what's happening in your office. Now, of course, there are no appointments in this demo, so you're going to see a very poor performance here for a moment. But it'll give you your sales and kind of a summary of all the, kind of a dashboard if you want. And I can't open it because my Parallels drive is not, I'm on a Mac right now, so my Parallels drive isn't running for that.
That's
I
fine.
apologize.
No problem.
But there's cash flow management, so your payment history, payment forecast, your AR, AP, and so forth. It does track any returns that you do and don't get credits for, so that you can always make sure you are credited by your suppliers.
Okay.
Generic clinical forms, these are blanks. So a patient information sheet would look something like this. You'd have your logo up here, and then they would fill out all their
Sure.
information. And in the same way, we have blanks for the case history, the codes to the hearing handicap inventory, a release of information which could be edited here in the audiogram.
Okay.
Generic documents, you can add generic documents for the quick to be in the menu. We build custom reports, of course, as well. And then you can look at your different task listings.
Okay.
Under this is your promotional area that you were interested in.
Yeah.
So we can do a new promotion, and we can create a new promotion, which is at the bottom here at the ribbon button. And now we can edit the criteria and essentially really data mine the system. So if we want to find active patients with living in a certain city,
Sure.
date of birth with a certain date, and so forth, warranty expirations. You can go
It's just
into
pretty much any field
lot
within
of-
the system.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it even checks the audiogram too. So if you want to find a very specific loss, you can find that as well.
Great.
So once that data mining is done, you can save that particular queue as a template. Get back to it later, reuse it, that type of thing.
Okay.
And it'll create a call list or a letter printing list as your labels, does the whole 9 yards.
Brilliant. Can you mark patients as no mail and no marketing for data
Yes.
protection?
Absolutely. So where's that again, Florian? I believe it's under additional details.
Yeah, it's under the no, it's under the marketing.
Do not contact.
Great. Okay.
It's also there's another aspect of the patient information which is called the status or the amplification status, and there you can also use it for marketing purposes. For example, if you have people that actually don't need hearing aids, they don't need them at all. It makes no sense for you to send mailers to them. So that can be selected in that drop down, and you can go in detail on what kind of information you want there.
Okay.
It's for example, amplification status on the additional details. You notice on the right side, second panel. So need but want to deliver. That's the perfect situation, right? When people think about it, when they don't want, then you can still be pushy. But I mean, it's all about how you decide to market yourself and what kind of category of patients you want to
Okay.
specify.
I can add an item here whenever you see a button with these 3 little icons, 4 little icons, and I can call it tire kickers, and then do a mailer specifically to people who've come in just to kick the tires.
Sure.
So
Great.
it's a quick identifier. So under events, we also look at this. Wonder why it's doing that. Let's just close a couple of these down. Maybe it'll be friendlier. You guys run Macs or?
I'm on a
PCs?
Mac now. Most people are on PCs, but there are quite a few people that have started to switch over to Macs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've
So
been
it'll
on a
run
Mac for
really,
probably 12 months.
If you do run it on Mac, you'll definitely want to do it on the actual drive rather than on the attached one.
Sure.
But clearly it works. So here we did a start the open house, and we can look at all of the associated mailers, appointments, tasks, and notes, and also get a return on investment. So based on how much we're actually selling, based on this event, I can say, relative to the cost that I've spent on it, this is how I'm doing. So that's kind of nice too. And the other thing under here was the clubs. So then we have the option of finding new clubs, doing shipments, and so forth. Under tools, you can go offline. So if you do need to take it with you on a laptop, you have various options of taking certain files with you and resyncing them later if you go somewhere without internet access to log in remotely to the server. And there's some basic tools here. Your data list, this is where all the data is stored. So you can have a contact list of all contacts, all your physicians, your couriers, your equipment, and so forth. So it really tracks everything there. Your administration of the system, you can define users, standard duties. You can transfer tasks. So if I go on holidays for 2 weeks, I can transfer my tasks to somebody else. And then take them back later. And nothing's ever lost. So even if you delete an invoice or a patient file, you can go back and undelete things.
Okay, good.
And define case history. So this is more of the administration side, clearly, and then the help menu. So there's lots there. Under the Earworks guide, it really breaks things apart based on how people think. So some people will think in terms of actions. So we have the actions diagram. So I'm thinking in terms of ordering. I need to send or receive. I just click wherever I am in the process.
Sure.
Under my roles diagram, I can click on my different roles and find the same areas, just from a different perspective, and from workflows.
Okay, good.
And each of these are clickable areas. So, yeah, that is basically it in a nutshell.